Hi friends. If you click the checkout swatches, the palettes, the bags, and some of the items I bought from Sydney Grace's latest Christmas in July sale, then please keep on watching. Hi, I'm Alicia. If it's your first time here, thank you so much for clicking on my video. And if you are returning, well, thank you for visiting me again. Kinky Sweat stands for my kinky hair and sweat life. I'm a fitness professional who loves things all movement and beauty. If you want to check out what I do in between the makeup, head over to my Instagram. A huge thank you to Sydney Grace for sending me PR for their Christmas in July sale that is no longer happening, but I still wanted to get on here, show you the colors, the shades, and also do a demo on one of the palettes. I definitely wanted to film this dedicated video. They didn't ask me to do this, but as a thank you for being so generous in what they included in their PR package to me. Not only did they send me the 3 limited edition palettes they featured in their Christmas and July sale, as well as the new singles, the new loose highlighters that came in the bags. They sent me the warm bags in both light and deep, and they sent me some glitters. Very fun. I also bought more of the cream eyeshadows. Our girl Amanda was so nice, one of our squad members, to send me a few of these to my PO box. I swatched them in a live video, and not only myself, but you all were just thoroughly impressed by these cream shadows that I had to buy a few more from the sale. I have been using Sydney Grace for quite some time. I will be sure to include all those videos in a playlist that you can access in the link down below or in the link up above. Smooth mattes, easy to blend. The shimmers are outstandingly smooth and beautiful. And then they have some specialized textures in their collection as well. I have the Autumn's Rain palette that I fell in love with because initially I couldn't align with the color story, but when I really committed to it, I loved all the looks I created in that video. I have the Mountain Trail bundle as well as the Raspberries Kiss bundle. Those 9 shadows for each bundle are just exquisite. When I think Sydney Grace mattes and even shimmers and metallics, I just think buttery. They are so smooth and skin-like, and I feel they are such a great texture for the makeup beginner and pro. They just really address the whole spectrum of makeup skill when it comes to their formula. I had used this palette for an Instagram story, and I want to show you the swatches and the differences between the light and deep version. So with all that said, a thank you to Sydney Grace for being so generous, and of course thank you to you guys for letting them know about me. The fact that you wrote to them. I mean, Pam is my angel. Hello, excuse me, Pam, my angel MVP. She doesn't like the attention, and she tells me like, Alicia, and I'm like, listen, the people need to know how you are the best. And any of you who had tagged me in a Sydney Grace post or has sent them an email or who told them about me, a huge thank you to you, fam. Again, I am nothing without you, and I get into my own head. I don't post a lot and I tag a lot of brands because I feel I'm like whatever. So for you to do that on my behalf just means the world to me, and I can't thank you enough. I'm on their FAQ page, which I would highly recommend that you visit. So it says here that they are cruelty free. There's no animal testing, nor is there animal testing with their suppliers. They're not completely vegan, as they are a handful of their shadows and highlighters that do contain carmine. Lip creams do contain lanolin, and they have a list of products that do contain carmine under their FAQ page. So if that is very important to you, be sure to check out that list. And they're very transparent about the ingredients that they use. So when you click on an eyeshadow single profile, each ingredient comes with the parentheses of like, why is this ingredient in the formula in the first place? So if you're into that, if you're super nerdy with makeup ingredients and formulations, then Sydney Grace will be so much fun to navigate on the website. Well, with all that said, why don't you come in a little closer? That's enough. I will have all the complexion products that I have on my face in the DB. Summer Days, they came out with 2 versions, the light and the deep. I will go into both. Quickly though, you have a suggested shelf life of 18 months. Also, I believe this is made in the USA. It doesn't say here, but I can only assume, as I feel several, or if not all, Sydney Grace products are made in the US. So here is Summer Days, the deep version, and the top is the light version. So you see that the distinct differences are in Basque and some of the transition shades, but some of the metallic shimmer shades are the same. Let's start with the deep palette. First up, we have Basque, and this is like a golden champagne shade. Oh, so gorgeous. Next up, Sandcastle, deep rich matte brown. Ooh. Break of Day, a medium matte brown. Daystar, a more deep neutral brown. Ooh, that is rich. Beach Days, also leaning neutral compared to this one here, which is Break of Day. Cherry Picking, what do we got here? More of, well, actually, this is so deep. It's like almost like a black brown, and this is more of a true neutral deep brown. Blood Orange. Oh, you know how I love my plums. Oh, so smooth, and the shade is just exquisite. Next up, we have S'mores. Do you see the shine on that? Incredible. Oh my goodness me. This is almost like a pinky champagne metallic, and you see the blood orange shade is more of like a satin finish, and you see the difference between maybe a satin and a metallic from Sydney Grace. This just has outrageous shine. Lastly, we have Camping. Ooh, it's like a coppery, oh my goodness me, this is actually more like a rose gold shade. So here we have the deep setup for summer days. I could get into this any day of the year. I know it is called summer days, but man, oh man, you could actually see the creaminess of the textures just from my fingerprints in the pan. Look how it was left behind after the swatch. Whoa. And here's the actual palette. I'm sorry that I showed up close, but this is what we got. We have like really sparkly coppery orange, very summer days appropriate, if I should say. Now we have the light version, which is said here to be suitable for light to medium skin tones. Basque from the light palette, definitely leaning more champagne versus gold from the deep palette. Sandcastle, more of a neutral transition shade, whereas look how deeper Sandcastle is from the deep palette. This looks more mauve, if anything. Break of Day, I think Break of Day might actually be the same. Yeah? Yes, I think Break of Day is the same. Daystar is not. Daystar is like a dark brown from, look at that. That's Daystar from the deep palette. Beach Days. See what Beach Days, I think, let's see. Beach Days is the same. Cherry Picking. What do we got? Ooh, Cherry Picking. Same shade, blood orange, I think is the same as well. S'mores, oh, S'mores appears to be a little more golden. Am I going nuts? Are these the same? Let me see. They are the same, I was going a little nuts, excuse me. And Camping is the same in both palettes. So here you have the deep palette and here you have the lights. These are the differences between the two. If you start here, the primary differences are two of the transition shades between the two palettes, and that's where you will find that the deeper shades will set up for a deeper smoky eye, especially if on a deeper skin tone. I have worn both, and because I am a medium light tan skin tone, I could get away with both shades. But given 9 shades, I mean, you can go nuts. And I know they look similar, but I think with the inclusion of the plum blood orange, you could set up either for really smoky or stay really light with like the metallic champagne beige tones in the palette. So despite its monochromatic theme, it's still very versatile, I feel. Oh, chase your dreams. Look at this beautiful purple sparkly palette. I haven't dipped into this one yet. Look at this color story. I mean, this is me. You know how I feel about my plums and my oranges and my terracottas, okay? Oh my gosh, the dream. I can only imagine how beautiful this will be. Ooh, this is your true yellow gold. Oh, it's so rich in hue. It almost looks like a yellow orange. Next up, we have Aspire. Ooh, this like a copper metallic. Oh, so gorgeous. Be Bold, terracotta matte. Oh, that was very smooth, excuse me. The Chase. This feels to be more of a satin Ooh, but look at the richness of that shade. That's like a plummy red. You can do it. Let's see how this looks. Ooh, this more a truer brown versus Be Bold. Is that Be Bold? Yes, I remembered. I can't believe it. Don't quit, keep going. Oh, what is this? Ooh, that's pretty. Definitely more of a satin shade compared to the more metallic finishes here. Oh, but I could only imagine, because Cindy Grace has that texture that very much reminds me of Natasha Denona. The textures that, although not a matte, not a metallic either, it has that sheen. You could blend it in through your crease and just use that as your single eye color to make a beautiful smoky eye without relying on a neutral tone. You could use this shade all over, put on some liner mascara, and you're done. You're done. Oh, the drive. I can't even. I'm like... Yes, a good royal purple will always be welcomed in my house. Okay, your best. What do we got? What do we got? Ooh, a more cool toned purple. I love that it's in here. You could pair it with the more royal tone or even this one. That together also. Ooh, what a unique shade, yeah? And lastly, enjoy the journey. What an uplifting palette. Ooh, wow, look at that black matte. Ooh, that's pretty. We're gonna get into that. I'm going to apply this palette on one of my eyes for sure. Let's get into these new singles. Ooh, these look absolutely beautiful. This is what the single packaging looks like. I have, oh, okay. I would only assume that the singles weigh similarly to the pans in the palette. The singles weigh in at 1.8 grams. If I were to put this up next to a pan in the palette, they look similar in size, so perhaps the ones in the palette are also 1.8 grams. That's a lot of product. That's not bad. First up, we have Desert Sun. Ooh, rose gold. I knew it. That is so absolutely gorgeous. Look at that beautiful shade. On top of one of these cream shadows. Don't get me started on Cindy Grace's cream shadows. I can't even describe the texture and just the ease of use. They are absolutely outrageously stunning. And they're multichromes too. Oh my goodness me. Next up, we have Purple Sky. Ooh, what are we looking at here? Ooh, this is like... This is a duochrome, most definitely. Look at that. It's like a purple blue shift. That is beautiful. Paris. When I swatched this, I immediately thought how beautiful this will go with like the Viseart Paris Edit palette, because this is definitely, it aligns so well with the color story in there. Isn't that beautiful? It's like a light warm pink. It's so gorgeous. Ooh, I love shades like that. And lastly, we have, what do we got here? The Ballet. This too would go well. Ooh, this is more of like a, there's a little bit of plum in there, whereas Paris is like a lighter pink. Isn't that gorgeous? These shades, oh my gosh. Chase your dreams. We got the beautiful gold, plum, purples, oranges, and terracotta shades. And here we have the new singles. Aren't those just the most beautiful? Next up, we have the warm bags. Look at this beautiful bag. I love it. Got Cindy Grace on the front. So the differences are each bag comes with, I believe, let me see here, a powder blush, as well as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 eyeshadow singles, 1 loose highlighter, and 1 loose glitter. Now, if you are into nails like I am, you can certainly put the glitters on your nails. Know that glitters are not eye safe, so proceed with caution if you insist on applying glitters on your eyes. These glitters are on the chunkier side. You see the size of the, I believe these are like little hexagons, little circles. I want to experiment with the glitters on my nails, so I will keep you up to date on that. Let's go into the deep warm bag. The blush shade. First up, we got Georgia Peach, which is like a beautiful coral peach. Ooh, and it's so smooth. Look at that. What I'm gonna do actually is go into the light shade and just alternate between the two if that's okay with you, friends. This is Belle of Georgia. This is from the light set. Significantly light. I mean, if someone was much paler than me, then it will be perfect, but definitely this will be my shade. Here we have Just Peach, warm peachy matte. Picking Peaches, which is the lighter peach matte. Southern Flame, again from the warm bag. Ooh, that's pretty. It's like a peachy warm brown. Okay, Southern Flame also exists in the light offering. So these shades are the same and they are in both bags. I believe this next matte is the same in both. Here we have Peach Fuzz. Looking at a dark brown. Let me do that again with all this swatching. There we go. And just as I suspected, we got Peach Fuzz from the other bag. Here we go. So don't fear that the swatches look like this. I probably have leftover Bioderma on my arm, since that is what I'm using with my towel to wipe off the swatches. The metallics are the same, so with that said, I'll just swatch one round of them. Ooh, this shade right here, Peach Harvest. Look at that shine. Oh, this is such a unique shade. It's like a gray, what is in here? It almost is like a dirty gray olive. Next up, Blushing Peach. Ooh, metallic peach. That is just gorgeous. This, dare I say, has some type of duochrome action. I think it has like a gold flip in there. Most definitely. Did I swatch everything? Maybe there was only 4 singles. I think there were only 4 singles, so there were 3 mattes and 2 metallic shades. Yes, that's correct. My bad. I'm so sorry. No, we do have 5 singles, but 2 out of the 5 are different. Rest of the 3 are the same. Is that correct? 1 is different. 4 out of the 5 are the same. Okay. So here are the different blush shades. Here is a different peach transition shade. And then you have the next 3 that are the same. So with that said, I want to go into this loose highlighter. We have Sweet Peach. Look at this shade. Look, it's just so, we got a little crazy. Of course, loose highlighters I feel are just a little tougher to apply, but they're so worth it. Oh, look how beautiful that is. So smooth. The shine is just outrageous. I'm taking my Wayne Goss airbrush brush. I'm gonna tap into the leftover that was in the lid and just take it right here on the cheekbones. Ooh, I love it here lower on my cheeks. I just feel it adds beautiful sheen. Does not look textured at all. Now, you know, I do have a little bit of bump here, but that's just, you know, I have a hairy face, so what are you gonna do? Now we have Honey Babe, which is more of like a gold. This is in the deep bag offering. This is more of like a golden. Ooh, that is absolutely gorgeous. Definitely will now apply some of that. So I'll take the leftover here, wipe my Wayne brush, hit it here on this side. Oh yes. This definitely has a warmer hue to it, but look at that shine. And you know, I did teach class. I didn't take off any excess oil, so I am on more the dewy side today, but I just love how that melted into the skin. Isn't that gorgeous? I quickly want to put on Georgia Peach, Belle of Georgia. Hold on, Georgia Peach, going in with my MK2 from Tuckahoe. I know it's a powder brush, but I just love a squirrel hair that's not going to pick up as much product, especially when it comes to blush. And I just love how it gets it on there. Isn't that a beautiful shade? Just pounces it right there. Ooh, I am looking summery. That's a really pretty blush. It's pretty foolproof. I know I'm using a really fabulous brush, but the color and the hue, I think, is just exquisite. And I don't have any eyeshadow on. This is something I love to do, is be very highlighty and very blushy on the complexion, bare on the eyes. I have a little bit of Pat's Dark Star mascara, and that's it. That's it. I should put a little more Hummingbird Lip Chic from Chantecaille though. I'm missing a little lip. I gotta put a little bit of the lip on. I'm feeling naked. Much better. Let's quickly go into this lip creams. Did I tell you this video was gonna be like 1,000 years long? In case you didn't know. I bought 5. I wanted to buy all of them, but I was reasonable. I was like, Alicia, don't be silly. Ooh, spiced cedar. So if you haven't seen these freaking cream shadow, already messing up. They are so smooth. And I just love how they glide on the skin. Oh, look how like that rusty color. Next up, we have the Scoop, which I think is more of like a goldy type of a gig. Oh no. What do we have? Ooh, that is beautiful. Oh, can you, excuse me, imagine all over the lid? If you hear any background noise, the AC went on because it's hot. Okay, it is hot. This is called Spice. Look how beautiful that is. Wait a minute, is that Spice? Hold on, I can't even read. The Deep Love, the Deep Love. Do you see the richness of that plum? With Chase Your Dreams? Stop it. Starry Night. I think this was like a duochrome shade. Ooh, I cannot wait to swatch this. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I can see it. I can feel the duochrome. Here we have Starry Night. Oh, for sure. You got like that turquoise plum base. I know that was a terrible swatch. Forgive me, friends. I'm just, you know, I'm a little bit swatched out, but that's okay. Warm Weather looks to be a warm pink metallic shade. Ooh, that is gorgeous. What a unique shade. Oh, that is absolutely stunning. And lastly, I bought Campfire. What does this sucker look like? Here we go. Oh, we got like a dirty gold. Ooh, that's like a taupe. These cream shadows, outrageous. Outrageous. All right, fam, now that we've done all the swatches, I know I won't be able to do all the demos in this video. I still owe you a Raw Beauty Kristi and Pure eyeshadow 4-look video. After this swatch video, I want to do another demo video using more Sydney Grace shadows. I want to go into the new singles. I want to try some of the cream shadows. So stay tuned for that. I know I am super behind, but I wanted to go into Summer Days as well as, as well as Chase Your Dreams. So let me apply some primer and we'll be right back. Prep the eyes with the Hourglass Eye Primer, which I have to get more of because I'm running out. I have to start with Chase Your Dreams, most definitely. Sonergy Detail Pro with You Can. Right here in the crease. Ooh, that is, we got into here right away. Can you imagine just this shade all by itself? Just all over the crease as we have it now. Lower lash line. And be done. Now, you could have used a smaller brush. I just love using the Detail Pro because you see how fast it gets the shadow on there. I want to go in Don't Quit. Don't Quit was like the more satin shade. This is with my Refer number 15. I'm gonna press it onto the outer V. Ooh, I like that. That's a great shade to use on the outer V. I know it's not a traditional matte, but it moves like a matte. It has really nice glide, and the way it combines with You Can just is beautiful. Look at that. Oh, even this just all over the lid. To die for. Don't Quit with a very old MAC shader brush under the lash line. This is such a beautifully smooth texture. Just so easy to use, and the smoothness of it, the application is outrageous. Enjoy the journey with my Wengas number 5. Very lightly tapping that on the low part of the lash and then bringing it up. So we're definitely making this smoky. Could have left it where it was so it's more of like a color rich type of a look, but if you wanted to add that intensity, then definitely go in with Enjoy the Journey. Oh, that's such a beautiful gradient. Definitely have to go in with Aspire. On the majority of the lid, most definitely. We might eat some W21. Place that on the inner part. I'm gonna take my fingers so I can get, there we go. Definitely picked up a lot more. Ooh, that's gorgeous. Taking Don't Quit and pressing that along the border of the metallic shade so it could be a smoother transition. Definitely going in with the Dream. What happened to the Dream? I really love that album he came out with, but I don't know if any scandals happened, so hopefully if I say that I liked him and he did something wrong, it's like, Alicia, canceled. How can you like the Dream? I'm sorry I didn't keep up with pop culture. But anyway, I really liked that album. I don't know if he came out with anything else. He produced a lot of stuff also. Tangent, okay. Ooh, I'm gonna go in with Paris as my inner corner highlight. Oh, that's nice. I could have also went in with the shade from Summer Days, but I wanted to stick with this. Ooh, how do we like? That's a fun eye. I want to do another look using Chase Your Dreams because I want to do the purple, but I gotta spread the love. Let me go into the deep palette of Summer Days. I want to do both because I want to show that beautiful mauve transition shade from the light palette. So I want to go in with Sandcastle first, just kind of show you what that looks like. You might eat some G35, and that's such a beautiful shade. I love the tone, very soft. I think will be a beautiful setup for the Ballet in Paris, the new singles that they added to the line. That would be a beautiful setup for those shades. I'm just building this up because I want it to look super rich. Now if cherry picking, that's, well, I could do Sandcastle now from the deep palette as like my medium shade. Yes, is it with my Sonia G Blender Pro. Placing that into the outer corner. So we definitely steered this eye to be on the more neutral cool side because you see that there are plenty of shades in either palette that are leaning more terracotta warm, and you can go that route if you wanted to appear that hue for the eye. But I like that. I like that smokiness that's still very lightweight. This is the Hakuhodo pencil brush that came in the 2019 holiday collection, dipping back into the deep palette Daystar, but I'm flicking that shade on the outer part of the lash line. I want to create like not necessarily a smoky wing. I do want to add a little bit of intensity, however, on the lash line. So you see that there in Daystar. Daystar has some depth. I never do this, but Daystar on the very, very edges of the 3/4 of the way in. That's a lot of words. Lower lash line to create like that bracket of smoke. I think it's just nice to know you can do that in order to create a little more smokiness without having to do the traditional outer view smoke. Ooh, but what shade shall we go in for the lid? Camping. This has a little texture, so I'm going to be careful when I press that down and then start to blend. I think the easier thing would have been to apply this first, because you see there's like a lot of flaking. I definitely picked up too much product, but it's so good. Let me take my Blender Pro again and just kind of whisk that in with the Sandcastle matte shade from the deep palette. So that kind of fixed it a little bit. And with that said, I'll take a flat shader brush to have a little more control when I apply that shade, and just pull it under the crease here to carve. Taking Bass, that champagne gold on the inner corner, taking more Daystar on the lash line. Oh, fun. S'mores, most definitely, with my reference number 3 pencil on the inner lower third. Shout out to Cindy Grace for making 2 versions of their palettes. I think that's what you have to do sometimes, because when it comes to the highlighter shades, a champagne shade might work from light to medium, but it probably will look ashy on tan to deep, right? So to include another shade that's more golden in hue that will actually appear as a highlight on that part of the skin tone spectrum, I think is very helpful and thoughtful, as well as to include deeper transition shades that yes, not necessarily won't look smoky on them, but will look like an actual transition shade on those deeper skin tones and not like an ashy gray brown. Ooh, okay, chase your dreams, summer days. Let's slap on some lashes and I'll be right back. And here is a wide shot of both palettes. I am thrilled with how both of them came out. I just love my experience with blending these shadows. I thought they were fairly easy to use, and I just appreciate the curation of shades. The fact that, again, the Summer Days palette comes in a light and deep version. Chase Your Dreams, I feel maybe you could use for either light and deep because the shades are generally very bold. I do feel this leans definitely more tan to deep because these transition shades are very rich in color. So if you were lighter than me, then you would use maybe your bronzer shade or a pressed powder that's maybe slightly deeper than your skin tone or your skin tone to blend out any of the terracotta matte in here. I still have to come back and check out the cream shadows as well as demo the singles that came in the warm PG sets. But that is it, fam. Thank you for swatching all of my Sydney Grace with me. Stay tuned for another video when I go into Summer Days again, as well as just do different color combinations using those palettes, just so you can see that the versatility does exist despite the prominent neutral shades that are in the palette. And I also want to do a demo using the singles as well as some of the cream shadows. So whether I do all of it in one video or I separate it into several, I'll try to make it happen. But hopefully this video has helped in you just maybe learning how to use your Sydney Grace shadows if you did participate in the Christmas in July sale. And if you had these palettes and you were wondering how to combine the shades, how to work them, well, hopefully this video helped with that as well. And again, thank you to Sydney Grace for the generous PR. Thank you to you guys for shouting me out, making that connect happen. And until then, fam, that is a wrap. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope this video helped. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and maybe consider subscribing to my channel. And until then, I'll see you on here again with another Sydney Grace Swatch Party Extravaganza review, tutorial, monthly favorites, or nightly live chit chat. Take care, and I will see you again soon.